Okay, I'm here at Superbooth with Anthony Marinelli. I didn't expect to see you here. It's not Nam.
No, well, I don't know if I'm going to just appear anywhere necessarily, but this seemed so like a great place to be
Yeah,
because I heard a lot about the atmosphere, and it's far better than even I could imagine, like to have this beautiful outdoor setting. But the vibe here and the people are so warm and all really interested in for new things, discovering and just talking. And I just can't be happier to be here at this time and to see synthesizers like continuing to grow the
yeah.
interest and the manufacturers and the connection of the manufacturers with the people.
This is your first time here?
First time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, if I had the choice spending 1 month at Superbooth or 1 month at Nam, I'd always go for Super. Yeah, right.
Oh, for sure.
And most people wish that it would last forever.
Well, yeah, I mean, being outside, it feels a little bit more like a festival even
Yeah, right.
than it does a convention per
There's been
se.
a performance by Lisa Belladonna previously here today, like 3 times. And yeah, it's all about the music.
It is everywhere you go, and you can hear people that are like hobbyists playing, but with so much passion that I just can't resist to go
Yeah.
check it out. You know.
I was wondering, apart from all the Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder stuff, I think you said in one of your videos that you had to relearn the ARP. Did you take a break in between?
I did take a break. That's funny. That just came up today, but I went for almost 20 years with like the only synthesizer I had was the Synclavier, and
Uh-huh.
all I used it for was just mocking up orchestra because I just scored films and conducted orchestras
Ah, okay.
and I didn't have any of my synths out. So I wasn't really programming synths or playing synths. I was just writing for orchestra I wrote a lot of film scores or long
But
period.
you never did any videos about that?
Not really. I mean, I could. I did maybe one video or two on war games, a
Mm-hmm.
film I worked on,
Oh,
but
you
that I
did
did
that too.
synthesis for that,
Yeah.
you know. But that was kind of the last stuff where I did synthesis for other people. And then I was hired to perform, like to compose
Yeah,
on film
because I
scores.
was watching a lot of Junkie XL, who did the score for Terminator and Battle Angel Alita and Mad Max. And he explains in depth how he did those scores, and it's really, really interesting. And I was wondering, you're milking a bit Michael Jackson to death, and you're doing lots of videos.
Well, we're going to finish it pretty soon. We have a big final version of Thriller.
Mhm.
We Greg Fillinganes and I recreate it from the bottom up, kind of how we did it for the
Uh-huh.
actual session. There's just a lot of people asking for it. I mean, the
Yeah,
only reason
the
I'm
algorithm
doing
loves it.
the only reason I'm doing this is just there's like a demand for it. I was
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of fell into it a year ago, and so we're going to get through it all, and then there's just more stuff. And as long as people are interested in learning,
Yeah.
and if they're interested in what I have to say, then that's what I want to do is pass it on. So I'm
Yeah.
not really dictating so much what we do. It's like we read the comments.
Yeah. And I was wondering, you just spent an hour at Moog. What would be the next synth you would want that you saw on this
Here?
fair? Yeah.
I like the Flame drum machine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sequencer, and then it's an oscillator that makes really great drum sounds. That's my favorite thing. But I do like this resonator a lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That here at Moog.
Yeah, if I had the choice, I want the Cork downstairs, the re-release for $13,000.
Yeah. Well, I've already played that. I've seen that.
But I can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not so new. It's a reissue.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking you were meaning like some new invention.
I will probably buy a cranial synth because I can really, really use that. And well, you're a sucker for effects.
I am. I like processing like the sounds that I really like and the instruments that I know how to play because I play live and I like to be spontaneous. So if I can process them, it takes me to a new place with them. But I'm still like, I don't want to learn new panels so much unless it's really worth it for the sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's like learning a new instrument over and over again. Like going from saxophone to clarinet. That's close. But then if you go from like that to saxophone to violin, forget about it.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
piano. And that's kind of how I look at these things because I don't want to just mess around with them. I want to really feel like they're a part of me.
So you said you play live. Do you plan to play anything in Europe?
I would like to. I mean, right now I'm just in the middle of just figuring out how to have a life and have a channel, because it is still really new for me. But I do want to be creating music more. I'm getting in the studio doing recorded music. I'm building another studio, so I'll have a synth
Another
room.
one. Did
Yeah,
you run
but
out
it's
of
just
room?
for live performing.
Ah,
So I can
okay.
have a drummer, and I have a piano and a B3, but I'll have synths too, and other people, to collaborate on live music. And I'll do some solo stuff. I mean, I really want to do it. I'm just starting to open up the time, but having the new studio will help.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see you in Germany sometime.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I really hope to play here in Germany. Are you from this area, from Berlin?
No, from Hamburg.
Hamburg.
Hamburg is like a nice area. Berlin would be cool without the Berliners.
Yeah. And Hamburg is the home of one of the greatest pianos ever, the Hamburg Steinway. See that? I would just love to go there and come home with a nice 9-foot concert grand. I have a 9-foot concert grand Yamaha, one of the best they've ever made, disc clavier. So it's MIDI controllable, but it's a fine, it's a $100,000 instrument. It's a really fine 9-foot concert grand, but it's not at the level of the Hamburg Steinway, So that might be something I would love to get my hands on, and just that's why I'm telling you, I like fine instruments.
Yeah.
And some of the early synthesizers are fine instruments. There's great controllers coming out right now. And we're in an age of expressivity where there's new keyboards that can control the old stuff and maybe make some cool sounds with the digital tone generators, new synths. But I think they're more of a difference maker than even the tones. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes,
So there's a lot of things coming out right now.
Yeah, for expressivity. I think that's kind of the next generation of things to come, and control voltage. So looking more for that.
Yeah. Okay, well,
thank you.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, my pleasure to do it.